Hi, I'm Ryan, one of the founders of ChangelogWP, and in this video, I wanted to walk you through our website to show how it can be beneficial for agencies, professionals, and even DIYers, and then also explain some of the things that we are currently working on so you can know what to expect from us in the coming weeks. Okay? The website we are looking at here is changelogwp.com. And you might be asking yourself right off the bat, why is Ryan wearing Influence WP swag? And we will get to that in just a bit when we get to our About page. All right, so let's just start right here on the home page. The idea is to be the #1 resource for changelogs within the WordPress ecosystem. You find your favorite changelogs, subscribe to them, get notified when updates come out. If you wish, you don't have to get notified, but you can. That's one of the main goals, is to get notified, and then stay informed of changes, whether it's new features, bug fixes, security vulnerabilities, things of that nature. So staying informed with those. Okay, let's go ahead and just scroll down here a bit. As I said at the top of the video, this is ideal for all levels of WordPressers, whether you are an agency, a professional, or a DIYer. So as it shows here, you're an agency, you're busy running your business, you're spinning a bunch of plates, you've got a lot going on. This is going to save agencies loads of time by you can subscribe to the updates that are important to you and eliminate sifting through all of those individual changelog websites, bookmarking them, going back to them later, and so on and so forth. Now, some agencies out there might be using a centralized tool for managing their plugins, which is something I highly recommend, just for all of the many great reasons of using those tools. They save your time as well. However, there are some that aren't using those tools, and even the ones that are using those tools, some of them have a lot of the plugins set to auto update. So while those are auto updating, you may have some plugins that are extremely vital to a site. So like, let's say an e-commerce site, maybe you have WooCommerce running. You don't want to automatically update that using your centralized plugin management platform, right? So you're on vacation, you're not logged into this tool, you get an alert on your phone that WooCommerce has been updated because it's been patched with a security vulnerability, or that fix that your client has been waiting for, or a fix that you've been waiting for, or whatever the case may be. You didn't necessarily plan to log into your plugin management tool that day, that weekend, or for the next week because whatever reason, you're on vacation, perhaps. So you get that alert on your phone, and then you can take action if you so choose. Okay, so that's just one of the many things that you can do with this. Maybe you're an agency that you develop plugins or themes, and you want to keep an eye on the competitors. You can subscribe to their plugins, their themes here on ChangelogWP, and kind of keep up to date with what they're doing. Or maybe you've had your eyes on a certain plugin, but you're not quite ready to pull the trigger on it, but you want to just kind of keep tabs on it and wait for like maybe a certain feature to come out. Then you can subscribe and then wait for that feature to drop, and then, okay, now I'm going to go purchase it. So I've covered agencies here, but the concept is the same across the board. As you work, you work over to professionals and DIYers, your responsibilities lessen, that still doesn't lessen the importance of managing your WordPress website and staying informed of those updates, for security reasons, compatibility, all of those reasons you want to stay on top of your software. The point is that we covered WordPress agencies, but it's just important all the way down to professionals, and then further down to the DIYers, the Sally, the cupcake owner, managing her website. She's busy making her cupcakes. She can't go out to all these changelog websites. She just can't do it. She's got to run her business, but she can subscribe to her favorite plugins and get updates. And then she knows, I need to go log into my WordPress website. I've got updates I need to run, that sort of thing. So moral of the story is all levels of WordPressers can benefit from ChangelogWP. All right. So what we have is we have listings. So these are the changelogs with information in them, like last updated, number of installs, things of that nature, which we will look at firsthand here in a second. So currently we have plugins. We are working on premium plugins. We're talking about themes. Themes have been requested a lot. People want to keep tabs on themes. There's hosting that we're talking about grabbing changelogs for and communicating those. So all types of listings, we are thinking through those. Right now we have free plugins from the WordPress repository, but again, I'll show you those here in a second. The next item up here is the changelog itself that is within the listing. So at a minimum, we typically see the latest updates, but in a lot of cases, the changelogs have much more data, many more versions back. Some even capture the changelog all the way back to the beginning of the plugin. And unfortunately, some plugins just don't have any changelogs submitted. So you're going to get a whole gamut of things, but by and large, you're going to get at least the latest changelog. So that's changelogs. And the notifications, again, you can add whatever it is, plugins in this case, to your watch list and get notifications via email if you wish to. And we're going to look at this together. Last up here is CAS, C-A-A-S. The idea there is changelog as a service. This is something we are considering for the future, and it's to help WordPress developers add changelogs to their own websites in a pretty fashion that's easy for them to maintain. So maybe they're really busy running their business, developing solutions, and they don't want to like mess with changelog as far as the design and whatnot. The idea there is to make life easier for them. All right. Big numbers, bigger results. 54,300 changelog listings currently. I think we have more than that. So we're going to look and find out here in a second. Basically, we're capturing all of the plugins from the WordPress repository. Down here, you'll see some quick answers at the bottom of the homepage. What's so important about changelogs? If you want to read that, the highlights are they communicate the updates, they help build trust with your customers, they help with troubleshooting, they guide adoption, so they highlight new functionalities, encouraging users to explore the audit trails of what was like a previous release and what's in a current release, that sort of thing. Ensuring compliance. So depending on the industry you're in, you need to have an audit trail of the changes that are in the software that you use. Last up is support decision-making. As I said earlier, maybe you've got your eye on a plugin that you haven't purchased yet, but you're just keeping tabs on it to wait for certain features to drop before you go purchase it. So that helps in the support decision-making. How can ChangelogWP help me save time? Again, you don't have to go out to websites, find the changelogs, bookmark them, go back to the websites and visit them whenever to see what changes come about. Now you could say, well, I could just see that in my WordPress dashboard. But again, imagine Sally, the cupcake owner, for example. She's not living in her WordPress dashboard. She may not even log in all week. She's just busy making cupcakes. But ChangelogWP can notify her of the updates that she needs to see. So that is one way, one example of saving time. And I'm sure if you think about it, you can think of a lot of ways that this would save you time. As a vendor of a premium solution, what if I want to publish a changelog? So here's a link to contact us right here. We are currently having conversations with platforms like Freemius, Easy Digital Downloads, things of that nature, where people are selling and providing their plugins. And we're just gathering use cases so we can systematize and automate wherever we can for gathering these changelogs. And Derek is one of the co-founders, and using EDD, Easy Digital Downloads, I believe we have that currently figured out and ready to go. And we have his conversion bridge, which is a premium plugin using EDD, Easy Digital Downloads. That is listed on our site, and it's a premium plugin again. Okay, but contact us if you want to be listed and let us know what your platform is that you're using to sell or provide your plugins, themes, whatever, and we'll try to make it happen. And I do encourage you to read this introduction post right here. It kind of lays the land really well for what this project is about. So I highly encourage you to read that post. You're going to see partner mentions all throughout here. Partner with us. Where's that here? Partner with us again. If you have ideas for collaboration with ChangelogWP, please reach out. We're open to all sorts of collaborations to see how we can help the WordPress ecosystem together. Okay. Join the newsletter here. Self-explanatory if you just want to keep up to date with what's going on. Okay, so let's just let's go back actually down here into the footer. Let's get to the about page. So again, we are about helping the community we love, WordPress. We have a solid track record of bringing people to WordPress, and once there, helping them navigate the ecosystem and build thriving businesses. And you can follow us on social media here. The main thing here is it's a team that you can trust. So there's myself, and then there's Derek Aschauer. Together, as it shows here on the screen, together we have a combined 50 years of experience. And this is where Influence WP is coming from. Again, we don't have swag for Changelog WP yet. So this is the next best swag that I could wear. So with that, I'll just quickly show you Influence WP, and it's only fair because I'm wearing the swag and I'm going to show you Influence WP, and I'm going to show you what Derek is up to, so you can kind of get a little bit of a background of what it is that we do in WordPress land. Okay, so again, 50 years of combined experience. So this is Influence WP. I'm not going to spend much time on this. We just help WordPress product creators boost their presence and reach more customers. So if you are a product creator, go to influencewp.com and feel free to reach out. If you are anyone in the WordPress space that you buy software, WordPress related or even WordPress adjacent, go to influencewp.com before you buy any software. And there's a very good chance that you can save a significant amount of money on it. Okay. So that's Influence WP. Let's check out some of Derek's stuff. Conversion Bridge, a very popular plugin in WordPress. It helps you with your analytics and conversion tracking, as it says, without the headaches. And that is a true statement. On Influence WP, I actually did a review of it if you want to check that out. But it is a very, very good plugin. Moving over to WP Sunshine, he has a number of other plugins. Conversion Bridge is actually listed here. Sunshine Photo Cart, Confetti, address autocomplete. Those are the main three that I've looked at, and they are part of Influence WP as well. But yeah, so the moral of the story, and he also has an agency like I do in WordPress where we support clients with their, running their websites, supporting them, maintaining their sites, all of those types of things. So that's what we do. That's what we bring to the table. And again, combined 50 years of experience. So that's the team. All right. Let's go down to pricing. Right now, everything is free. We are heads down working on the premium side of things, the premium plugins, the premium themes, and the hosting, and whatever other changelogs that we can bring to the Changelog WP platform. We're going to figure out the pricing later and what that even looks like. But for now, everyone comes in, sign up for free, and all that good stuff. So when you sign up, let's just go ahead and run through this really quick. When you sign up, you're going to get this welcome survey. Okay, it's totally optional. However, if you are a plugin creator, a theme creator, you have a hosting company, whatever it is, if you're selling a product, a service, anything in WordPress, you're going to have this option right here. Do you sell premium plugins or themes? We can probably adjust this question a little bit to capture more. But if you do, if you want to check this box, and then you have an option out here, if there's anything else you'd like to share, let us know that you want to be a part of Changelog WP. Let us know how you provide your changelog to the WordPress community, so we can work together to get your changelog listings added to Changelog WP. Okay, so that's the main thing I want to drive home as part of that survey. Okay, contact page, self-explanatory. Blog, self-explanatory. Again, I do highly encourage you to read this welcome post. Support, if you have any questions. There are some good FAQs in here, and if you want to read those, we actually already went over those. Those are actually posted on the homepage too, so all good there. Okay, so let's get to the bread and butter here. All right, let's go to Changelogs. As it says here at the very top, I just threw like that number right there. 99.9% of our current listings are free plugins. And again, they're from the WordPress repository, but we are working behind the scenes to bring other changelogs to you. So down here in the search box, self-explanatory, you can search for whatever plugin. There is a note here. To find changelogs faster, you may need to put a little bit more text in. Let me show you an example. So if I search for WooCommerce, we see that WooCommerce comes up here. Conversely, if I do a search for Elementor, you see that Elementor doesn't come up on our screen, okay? So there's a note here. There's a reason for it. It's because of how they name their plugin. It's not just Elementor. So it's that Elementor website builder. So once we plug that in, now we were able to find that Elementor plugin. So that little note up there will help you find what you need to find. Once you're here, you can sort by the type. Right now, again, it's just those free plugins from the repository, but over time, we plan on having more facets added here. So you should be able to sort by other types. So premium plugins, for example, or themes or whatever else. But right now, it's just these plugins. And here's our current number, 54,410. There's also some current sort options, which are sort by title and then alphabetically, okay? But again, over time, all of these facets in search will be improved as we onboard additional entities, okay? All right, let's just say, let's go back to, let's just go Elementor again. Let's say we wanted to follow along with that plugin and just keep up to date with its changelogs. All you need to do is click on this bell icon right here. That adds that plugin to your watch list. Let's just say you want to follow that already. All right, let's do another search. Let's do SEO Press. I don't know why that came to mind first, but there we go. There we go. SEO Press, on-site SEO. Let's say we're not quite sure if we want to follow this one yet. So let's just read about some details. Let's click on View Details here. And here we see the latest updates, version 9.1. I would like to see, this is just a little side tangent here, as I do like, if you are happening to do changelogs, if you're a developer, love to see those dates along with the version number here. But here we see version 9.1 and we see what's new. We see regular info and we see what's fixed. So this is why changelogs are so important, okay? Let's say you read that and you're, I'm interested. Okay, let's go over here. You can click on a link to visit the plugin website. You can check out the author, the latest version number, when it was last updated, active installs, which version of version of WordPress does it require, test it up to, and it shows here it's tested up to the latest version, which minimum version of PHP is required. There you go. So you read all this and I'm going to follow this. So you can right here, you can add it to your watch list from here. You can also obviously remove it from there. Now we've followed a few plugins. Let's now go into our account. We can then go over to the watch list tab. Here are all of the plugins that we are following. And you can remove them from here. You can click on these, we'll call them cards. You can click on that and that'll take you right back to the plugin. Down here under email preferences, we have a daily notification. So let's say Elementor, for example, rolls out an update today, you might get notified. If they do another update the next day, you might get another notification. If you have it set to weekly, then obviously if Elementor has multiple updates during that week, you're going to get an email that has all of that included in the email. And then you can set which day of the week that you receive your weekly email. Okay. Alternatively, you can just choose to watch plugins and never get notifications in your inbox. So maybe you want to just watch a number of plugins. You're kind of building your future toolbox, so to speak, but you don't necessarily want to get notifications just yet. You can build that watch list up. Okay, that is really it in a nutshell right now. One more time, we are heads down working on bringing in premium plugins and premium themes, potentially hosting, and whatever else that we can think of where changelogs are valuable to people. So we built this to solve a problem, and that's what we're hoping to do for you guys, to solve problems, to save you time, keep you informed, and help establish trust between vendors and potential customers and potential customers by communicating those change logs and just helping the entire WordPress ecosystem thrive, basically. All right. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video, and go sign up for ChangelogWP. It's absolutely free. Join our newsletter, and we'll see you on the next video.